This presentation is about OSPF routing protocol. I am Claudio, and my friend Bruno. Say hi, Bruno.
Hi.
And Gabriel.
Hello, guys.
And we are students of the Federal University of Para and the course of Computer and Telecommunication. And for this presentation is for this presentation has the intention to show the most important topics about OSPF routing protocol. For this, the approach was based in two proposals, which is explain at general lines the base of this protocol and showing absorb application using this routing protocol. For this main topic, the presentation is about features of OSPF protocol and your functionalities, and also to an interesting application about OSPF. It's a paper called OSPF enhancement for energy saving and IP network. So let's start this feature. The first of all is using of link state algorithm. In this case, this algorithm is adapting the Dijkstra algorithm, which calculated the shortest path. The link state algorithm is a way to know the neighborhood and to build the map of the whole network. With the information is stored in a database, a sort of topological database that called OSDB, link state database. Therefore, in possession of this information, each node calculates the shortest path to your neighbor, comparing the cost to accessing this path acknowledge and synchronize the database. Naturally, for the situation, it's important to have a frequency for the synchronization in such a way that will be done every 30 minutes. The mechanism used for this is the router sending a hello packet every 10 seconds to your neighbor and check if this node is available. The second feature is about scalability. For this, the support for a hierarchical routing area is a great feature that makes it possible this protocol more efficient and scalable. There are two strategies implemented. The first use an idea of a single area OSPF, which means our routers are in one area. The second there is the approach using the multi-area OSPF that implements the protocol using a sort of hierarchy and such a way all areas must be connected to the backbone. This way, the both approaches have pros and cons. However, the explanation for this is out for scope for this presentation. For the last feature, there is operation on IP layer. Differently for another routing protocols like BGP or RIP, the OSPF works directly on network layer. This way, the TCP protocol doesn't guarantee the consistency of extended data. In such a way, the OSPF has to implement it by yourself its strategies for mitigate the situation. So, given this initial presentation, we prepared for show application how as I mentioned before. So, Bruno.
Thank you, Claudio. So now that Claudio went through some important features of the OSPF protocol, we shall make a critical review of the paper that he previously mentioned. We won't be discussing, however, deeply that what was already mentioned there because it would be pointless, as we're supposing you already read it. Rather, our analysis will be based in the topics shown through this presentation. So let's get started. Firstly, the article is extremely relevant because energy saving is a matter that concerns almost every field of computer science. From hardware manufacturing to software development, we're always trying to find new alternatives to spare energy. Doing that in the internet is especially important because we have billions of devices sharing data and some of them are always connected, thus generating traffic and requiring network infrastructure to work. Secondly, it's worth pointing that replacing technologies in lower layers is not as easy as it looks like. Researchers should expect a certain level of rejection when they propose new routing protocols due to a skeptical point of view from the industry. We testify a similar situation with IPv6. New techniques such as NIT were developed to support IPv4, despite being criticized by relevant organizations such as IETF. This is an unfortunate situation because new routing algorithms take energy saving in consideration could be used to achieve better results. Finally, what the authors propose is an excellent solution to our problem because we're not inventing anything from scratch. OSPF has been around for many time and people know how to work with it. Besides, it's the most popular intra-AS protocol, so we are enhancing a foundation of the network layer. In terms of organization, they become progressively less accessible. The early sections are easy to understand for people who don't have a basis in theory of computation, which is our case. We are undergrad students, and we haven't had subjects like graph theory, for example. And then we have more sophisticated analysis with a stronger relevance, not only for the understanding of the strategy, but to understand how it is a good one. Claudio, pass, please. So, going into more specific content, we should mention that this strategy didn't come out of nowhere. Concepts such as SPT exploitation already existed in early papers. However, some key concepts are indeed new. Compatibility and moves made it possible to work with new heuristics and therefore achieving notable performance that will be shown later by Gabriel. So pass, Claudio, please. So what exactly is compatibility? Well, it feels kind of frustrating to explain on a short interval of time what compatibility really is. Well, the authors do this job for us, so you should really read the paper. If you did, you would note that two movies are compatible if one can be made after another. And this accumulative definition is what let us define sets of moves with different compatibility degrees, and then pick one of them which will give us a solution, and differently from old papers, an optimized one. Throughout this paper, we should acquire a good idea of how those concepts work, and compatibility is especially important. The relationship among nodes is the key for energy consuming optimization because not only it provides a way to power down links, it does it efficiently by minimizing the impact of link utilization. And that's how an excellent heuristic called maxi compatibility is obtained from the new concepts in this paper. Well, now Gabriel will lead the presentation and show us a bit more about the results of this paper. Gabriel, please, the floor is all yours.
Hello guys, as you already know, my name is Gabriel Fernandes and I will talk about the results of the EAR, the Energy Aware Routing, and see some pros and cons of the application that was presented by my teammates. The main goal of this strategy aims to reduce the energy consumption of OSPF networks, mainly in low traffic times, where it's possible to turn off parts of the network to save energy, and we'll see how effective it is. After running some performance tests, assuming the same OSPF link costs and with different amounts of links and nodes, similar results were found when applying the EAR solution. When this strategy is compared to the different algorithms related to OSPF, it is noticeable that max compatibility heuristic always provides better performance, since this heuristic tries to detect the larger amount of compatible moves in order to have the higher number of links to enter in sleep mode. It is clear how the applied applied strategy affects energy consumption. Considering all network topologies, the highest percentage of links but in low power mode is achieved by the D-EAR strategy and the max compatibility heuristic. Now we will evaluate the pros and cons of this strategy. Can you pass the slide, please? Okay. These results show that the number of active links was reduced for about 30% of the total network links, without considerably increasing the link load in moments of low traffic, thus generating a minor impact in QoS, the quality of service, when it is possible. And yeah, but of course there are disadvantages too. While some links are deactivated, the routers must find a new path. Due to rerouting, the expected delay is increased, but it doesn't affect the performance too much. Because in 80% of cases, the path remains the same, which means that in these situations, the delay increase is minimal. Overall, these energy-saving strategies are very important for the environment sustainability, a question that is very debatable since some decades ago, when its relevance was finally noticed. Researchers like this show that the scientists and engineers' commitment towards a green future to our descendants. And just concluding our presentation, since OSPF is widely utilized, these strategies we talked about will certainly have a considerable impact in energy saving without considerably reducing the performance needed, making this application perfectly viable. And can you pass, please? And this was our reference for this presentation, this article we found in IE3E. And thanks for watching our presentation. Thank you very much for hearing until the end. Bye, guys.